Alright, Google just dropped something big. At Google Cloud Next, they released Agents CLI, and this genuinely changes how you build agents. With the Agents CLI and a coding assistant like Claude Code, Gemini CLI, or OpenCode, you can go from idea to build to test and evaluate and deploy in just under 30 minutes. Let me show you what I built. A customer support team of 4 AI agents. First one, Concierge agent. The front desk. It's the first point of contact and it routes the request to the specialized agents. Next one we have is Logistician agent. It handles orders, tracking, shipping and inventory. Next one is the Stylist agent. It deals with product discovery, recommendations and catalog search. And lastly we have is Resolver. This agent handles returns, refunds, disputes and also requests for a human in the loop for high value cases. And these agents, they don't work in isolation. They talk to each other using agent to agent protocol. Now here's what's powering all of this. The Google ADK. It's the agent development kit built by Google, which includes clean abstractions to define your agents and it's Python native. Next one, Google Agents CLI. It's a command line tool that wraps the ADK and gives you Scaffold, build, val and deploy in just a single workflow. And finally, we have Claude Code, our coding partner that drives implementation while you focus on the core agent logic and scroll Instagram. Before we start building, quick prerequisites. You will need UV for Python environment management and the GCloud CLI for deployment. I've added the installation links for both in the description. If you're ready, let's build this from scratch. First, we'll run this command. It is essentially an intelligence injection for your coding assistant by giving it specific skills to scaffold, build, test and deploy your agents entirely through natural language commands. Once the setup is done, we will tell Claude Code what needs to be built. I'm instructing Claude Code to use Agents CLI to build a customer support team which should have 4 specialized agents. And for each agent, I'm defining its name, role and responsibilities. First one, the concierge. Its role should be dispatching and triaging the incoming request, and responsibilities acts as a primary point of entry, identify the user's intent and routes the conversation to the correct specialist. Second one, the logistician. Role should be order and warehouse specialist and it's responsible for all factual data regarding shipments like where's my order, what's the status and giving real-time shipping updates. Next, stylist. So role, product discovery and curation, and responsibilities provide product advice and recommendation based on our product catalog. Lastly, we have Resolver. It deals with returns and conflict resolution. Its responsibilities are to manage standard returns and in case of high value refunds, it raises human review. And now, Claude Code would activate its skills, ask for clarifying questions, write a design spec, and scaffold the project. And it will run a few bash commands. Just review those commands and accept it. Alright, Claude Code is already asking about some clarifying questions regarding deployment target, the data sources, the multi-agent communication, how should it happen, human in the loop tool, like what needs to be done in that case, and session persistence. So let's answer those. So for deployment target, I will start with prototype and then later deploy to Cloud Run. For data sources, I am asking it to create mock data for orders and products. For agent to agent communication, the entry point will always be the concierge agent and the concierge agent would route the request to the specialist agent and all the other agents should also communicate with each other. For human in the loop, I am saying just update the return status as pending human approval and notify the user about it. And for session persistent, the agents should remember the context within the conversation. And if you see, it has already created a to-do list and started with the design spec. Later, it will build the application and test it on its own. It takes a minute or two for the Claude Code to complete all the items on this to-do list. Alright, everything is done. Let's see what we have. It has created a project structure with customer support and design spec and data. This is the mock data and app, agent.py and then all the agents and also the tools. Let's go through a design spec first. In the overview, we have a 4-agent customer support team built on Google ADK with E2A protocol. The concierge agent acts as a single entry point. Next, we have architecture diagram. It shows the flow of the user input. And then the agent types. The agents, it has defined each agent with a clear purpose, instructions, and the tools that they would be using. And the A2A communication, how it would work, the mock data, the session persistent rules, the human in the loop rules, And finally, the success criteria. The app had some issues which I asked Claude Code to fix it, and it fixed it on its own. Now, let's go and run this app on the playground. I'll start with a hi, and we are greeted by the concierge agent. Let's ask what's the status of my order. And the concierge agent has transferred a request to the Logistician agent to get to know about the order status, and it says the order has been delivered and it gives some order details. Now let's say we want to return one of the item, and the Logistician agent is transferring us to the resolver agent who deals with the returns. It's asking for the reason for return, let's say defective. It's processing the return. Alright, the resolver agent has initiated our return process. Now let's ask him to suggest us for some similar jackets. And now the resolver agent transfers the request to the Stylist agent for helping us with product recommendations. And the Stylist agent has already searched for the products and it has come up with an alternative for us. And let's say I like this one. And now it's asking us for the color and the size. Let's say black, size M. And yes, place the order. And the Stylist agent doesn't deal with the placing the order, that's why it's transferred to Concierge agent. And the Concierge agent internally understood that for placing a new order it needs to check for inventory, and that's why it transferred to Logistician who checked the inventory. And the Logistician agent confirmed that the inventory is available and is transferring back to the Concierge agent. Awesome. Our agents are communicating with each other and routing the request correctly. Now let's go and look at the actual code. This is our main concierge agent who routes our request to the specialized agent. It has clear instructions on the routing rules and clearly defined the sub-agents it has access to. Now let's look at one of our sub-agent. This is our Logistician agent. It's defined similarly with some different instructions. And in the instructions, it's clearly mentioned about this agent should be dealing only with the shipments, order statuses and inventory. And it has also listed all the available tools it has access to. In the same way, all the other sub-agents are being defined. Now let's ask Claude Code to write some tests. Alright, we have unit tests and integration test. Let's write evals. So now Claude Code would write evals for us using the eval skill. Alright, the evals are ready. On the first run, a few tests actually failed, but with the help of Claude Code, I was able to fix it quickly and now everything passes. Routing, tool calls and response qualities, everything is covered. This isn't just it works, it's a validated behavior. Well, right now, unit test, integration test, evaluations. All of things are covered. Let's do a security audit before deploying it to Cloud Run. Alright, so Claude Code did perform a security audit and it did find a number of issues regarding authentication on our agent-to-agent protocol endpoints, input validation on our function tool parameters, and a few more. As this is a demo, so I won't be fixing all these things, but for a production grade application, you shouldn't ignore these issues. Before going ahead, I will quickly show you I don't have any services running on Cloud Run right now. So let's proceed with the deployment. Just need to say, let's go ahead with the Cloud Run deployment. And Claude Code would just handle everything. It will use the deployment skills for deploying it. This process, it would ask for your GCP project and also what needs to be used for your CI/CD pipeline. We'll go with GitHub Actions. Well, while deploying to Cloud Run, it did struggle a bit. I had to do some back and forth and nudge it into a right direction. And finally, it was able to containerize our app, push it to artifact registry, set up all the required IAM roles and policies, and deploy it to Cloud Run. And it also created a CI/CD pipeline using GitHub workflows. So whenever I push any new changes to GitHub, it will automatically run test, evals, and deploy it to Cloud Run. And there you have it. Our Cloud Run service is up and running. Alright, let's bring it all together. Today, we built a customer support team with 4 specialized agents using Google ADK, the new Agent CLI, and Claude Code. This stack gives you a standardized way to build agents, a consistent project structure, and fast and confident iteration. Now, if you're taking this to production, a few things to keep in mind. Add strong guardrails against prompt injections. Include adversarial cases in your evals. And always review what your agent is doing before you ship it. Because now, The hardest part is no longer building the agents. It's deciding what to build. If this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more. The full code will be on GitHub and the link will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Go build something real.